Good morning, man. Welcome to the passage. Do come in. Let's see what we got around over here. Yeah, as you see, this is a lovely home that we have here, and coffee and the table. I was just doing some study and you came in on it, but love you to join me. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming into our home. I just want to spend a little bit of time and just share my life with you. As a young boy, I grew up in a Christian family, and I can remember at the age of 5.5 actually giving my life to Jesus. And I remember the very sermon that the pastor preached. Sometime later, I couldn't put a handle to it, but I was with my parents in a service, and they were taking communion, and I just saw the joy that they had in taking it. They were weeping and just worshiping the Lord, and I wanted to take it because I had experienced God at the age of 5.5. So I asked my dad, can I have communion? I said, I'll have to ask the pastor. So he asked the minister, and the pastor came back and said, I need to be baptized. So I want to be baptized. And then he said, no, you're too young to be baptized. So I think there's like a mental click in my mind that Christianity was for older people and not for children. Well, at the age of 8, my father died. Left my mother at the age of 29 with 2 young boys to bring up. My brother's 4 years younger than me. So as a result life was difficult, and we lived with my grandparents and my uncle. With my grandparents, my uncle was there. He was just a few years older than me and was very influential in my life. He was into Eastern religions, and he drew me into it by talking about Hatha Yoga, which is yoga of the physical body. Now, as a young boy, your physical body, you're very worried about it and want to improve on it. So I really took to Hatha Yoga. But eventually, the whole objective of yoga is to pull you into the spiritual realm of other types of yoga. I then went to high school, and it was a bit of a balance between Christianity and Eastern religions, and I was difficult until I went to college, did civil engineering, and there I was now free. I had money to spend, had lots of guys to interact with, and I just drifted further and further away from God. And then life was a big bad world out there for me. Come on, join me. Let's go out. Come on, keep coming. Isn't this great? What a great place to be, enjoying English summer. Having left school, having graduated from college, having done military service, we were in a civil war in our nation at that time. But then I went into civil engineering construction, and I loved it. I just loved the 24/7. I was rapidly advanced through and actually became site manager on multiple huge dam projects. At the one time, I was the youngest site manager ever to be on a construction site in Rhodesia. On my first one that I was in a hometown called Rusapi, and on the 16th of October 1969, I went to the local hotel just to have a good few drinks with the boys. And on that evening at 8:47, I met this lovely, beautiful lady called Babs Van Heerden. Well, it didn't take long. By December, I proposed to her. The following August, we got married, and life has been great since then. Well, I traveled with this company, this engineering company. We did 3 jobs, and on the 3rd job, which was a huge job in 1974, suddenly God turned my situation around. But over a period of 6 weeks, my life disintegrated. Relationships just broke down, and I resigned. I was asked to stay on and finish the job. I said, no, I'm done with it. I'm going into town. We didn't even have a home to go to, moved in with my parents. And that evening, my mom turns around and says, would you like to come to church? This actually was the last thing I felt like doing. I was embarrassed to see my friends. I was guilty about not serving God. But I was honoring my mom because we were staying with them, so we went to church. The church service, we found out that the youth group was showing the movie The Cross and the Switchblade at the agricultural show. We went along to it and watched it. But at the end of that movie, we realized that regardless of what position we had in life, what power we had in life, what finances we had in life, we knew He gave us far more than what we had. Babs gave her life to the Lord, and I rededicated my life to the Lord. That was in September 1974. To this day, we serve Him in thanks and appreciation for what He did for us on that night. Since then, we've had the opportunity to serve Him in so many, many ways. We went out, we built a church in the town, Babs' hometown. God blessed us there. We built a home, we built a church. There was change in our nation, land redistribution. We retired out of there. The Lord blessed us with 2 sons. Both our sons, their wives, and their children all serve the Lord. Jesus is looking for us all the time. His hand is outstretched to lift us out of the miry clay and place our feet on the King's highway. What a way to live when I compare my life with Jesus compared to the life of yoga, of drinking, of debauched lifestyle. There is nothing like being known that my sins have been forgiven, to know that should I die today, that I know definitely I will go to heaven. It is an incredible privilege to serve Jesus. Now there's another part of my life which I haven't discussed at all. It's having had leprosy. But that is a whole new story, and maybe time for another story later on. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. It has been such a blessing sharing my life with you, sharing what we know. And may Jesus be the same to you as He has been to me. In fact, may He be better to you than to me. God bless you, and goodbye, and thanks for coming.